Hey everybody! Today we are going to be making a drawing based on the painting by Henri Matisse. It's a still life painting of goldfish in a bowl, and it's inside of a greenhouse surrounded by all kinds of foliage and green plants, and it's really a fun thing to draw, so we are going to do that today. Okay, let's get started. First thing you're going to do is you're going to draw a long oval shape in the middle of your paper. My paper is landscape, or it's horizontal. After you're done drawing your oval shape, you're going to make the sides of the goldfish bowl. So I'm going to have a straight line here and a straight line here. If you wanted to make your goldfish bowl a different shape and have more of a curvy shape, that's fine. You would just make the lines on the sides curvy, but I'm going to make it straight and like a perfect cylinder like Matisse did. All right. When you're making the bottom of a cylinder, you have to follow the lines that you already made. So the edge right here, this curvy edge is going to be the same as the bottom. It's going to be that same curvy kind of a smile line. So a curvy line here and a curvy line here. Since you can see through your cylinder, you're going to be making the water line, and you're also going to be making these other side of the cylinder. So right now it just looks like a marshmallow. If you were making a marshmallow, or if you were making a coffee cup, or anything that's a cylinder shape, you would follow these same steps. All right, to make the base of the cylinder and to make it 3D like you can see through it, you're going to draw a frown type line, and that's going to match this line up here that's going down. So now that you have your opening, you have the bottom of your cylinder, now we need the water. So to do that, you're going to make another curvy line, like a smile, that mirrors the top line right here, or the edge of our opening for our goldfish bowl. And then to make the other side, you're going to do that same frown line, curving inward like that. And now you have a cylinder. And if you were making a glass of water, if you were making a vase, if you were making a coffee mug, you would use all these same lines. All right, we're gonna add some fish. There's lots of fish out there. Henri Matisse did goldfish. He was really interested in how they moved through the water, and he felt that that was really relaxing. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do goldfish. And to do goldfish, you do a curvy line going down like a frown, and then a smile line, just like we made when we made the cylinder. And then you can make the tail. You could also add other fins if you want. And then I'm gonna do another fish this way, then maybe another one over here. And I'm just gonna keep the shapes really simple. On the bottom of your goldfish bowl, we're gonna add some pebbles. So we're just gonna make some little circles. Some are going to be big and some are going to be small. You could also add seaweed. I'm just going to use curvy lines for that. If you wanted to add other details like a castle in there or a treasure chest or anything that you want to decorate your little aquarium with or your fishbowl, that's cool too, but I'm just going to keep it simple with some seaweed. All right. Now that we have our fishbowl, we are going to make the table that it's on. When Henri Matisse was painting, he did it in a style called Fauvism. And he just liked to use lots of big shapes and bold colors. And some of his paintings looked a little bit off and a little bit lopsided, and it didn't look completely realistic. So we're gonna kind of follow that style. So what you're gonna do is for the top of your table, we're just going to make a circle around it, and that's going to be the top of our table. In his painting, it kind of looked like it was sliding down because the table was kind of tilted up. That's the way it looks. And we're just going to kind of follow along with that look. So I made my circle. Then I'm going to make the edge of my table by following my line to make that look a little bit more 3D. Then 2 vertical lines for the base of the table or the table legs. Okay. In his picture, he has the edge of a chair that goes with the table, so you could do that. So if you want to make a chair, you would make 2 lines. They're kind of slanting out this way. And these are going to be for the back of the chair. Add some horizontal lines here. And then the base of my chair. If you didn't want to add a chair to your picture, if you just want to do a table, that's fine too. I'm just going to try to add some lines. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're doing it in that Fauvism style. Fun fact, Fauvism came from the French word fauve, which means beast. So when people first saw Henri Matisse's paintings, they didn't like it. So they called him the Beast because he used a lot of weird shapes and a lot of bold colors. It didn't look realistic. Okay, so I have my table, my chair, and he actually modeled the picture after a still life that he set up of a goldfish bowl inside of his own greenhouse. So he has lots of plants around it, so we're gonna add some plants. This is where you can have some more fun. Leaves can be lots of different shapes, and in his painting, it kind of looks like the leaves are coming from everywhere. So as long as you're making some different lines and shapes for the leaves, you should be all set. So to make a leaf, a lot of leaves are like a heart shape. So I'm gonna make some hearts. I'm gonna do some big ones and some small ones. You can have them going in different directions if you want, and then have wiggly lines or wavy lines kind of connecting them together. Okay, and I can actually put some behind the chair. Okay, you could do like a palm plant, and I'm gonna do like a little pot right here. So the pot would actually be the same shape as the cylinder, and you would use the same lines. So that oval, the 2 sides, and then the bottom. And since you can't see through it, you're gonna keep that part solid. And then when you're making a palm frond, you're just gonna make lines coming out of the pot, kind of like fireworks, and then some lines going up like this on each side. You could keep this as simple or as fancy as you want. You could add a lot of plants, or if you just want to add a few, that's fine too. Okay, let me finish that. Maybe draw some dirt on the bottom there. All right, I'm going to draw a line for the wall just so we can ground our picture, kind of like our horizon line. So it looks like things are grounded and not kind of floating away. If you want hanging baskets, you could draw some ovals, then make your lines on the sides. They're going to be a little bit more curvy. And then you can have the plants kind of coming out. I'm just using wavy lines. Kind of like scribbly. And once you color these in green, it'll look really cool. Like one of those hangy ferns or a spider plant. Okay, I'll just do the bottoms of those. I'll add my lines going up for the ropes that are holding them. Or maybe I'll draw some more kind of oval lines for this plant. Have that come down. And then for my table, he had some plants around his goldfish bowl. So I'm gonna add some plants. Maybe I'll do a cactus here. So oval shape. I'm gonna leave this part because I wanna make that cactus. Make my lines, some dirt, some rocks, maybe some spikes. And then I'll do another plant over here. Maybe I wanna do some daisies. So I'm going to draw some stems, and then a circle with curvy lines around it. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Maybe I'll add one more plant in the front here in the foreground. A little bit of spiky spiky. And it's going to be really up close, so we're not even going to see the whole pot that it's in. All right, I'm going to leave it like this, and then I'm going to start coloring. All right, the picture is all done. I colored it in. When I colored the water, I just left it clear. I added a little bit of gray on the sides to show some shadow, but since water is clear, I didn't even bother painting it blue. I left it kind of see-through. Okay, so I did that just by leaving it white. I colored in my plants. When I was using green, I tried to use some different shades of green, some dark and some light green. And then I kept it really simple for this picture, but you could get as detailed as you want. I have this picture too that I made earlier that has a lot more detail and a lot more flowers. I even added some shadows and then the floor and then the walls of the greenhouse. So you can make it as simple or as detailed as you want. And that is how you make a Henri Matisse inspired drawing of a goldfish still life. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you so much.